Hi YouTube, how are you doing? Hi Facebook, how are you doing, guys? Say hi if you come on, say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I can see how many people watch after I post this. Okay? There's the Cash App. And there's the Amazon wish list. I had copied the Amazon wish list earlier in my first live, and it's still pasted. I didn't even have to copy it again. Okay, so sometimes I pin the Cash App so it's down there. I don't see it. Everything was perfect this morning. I saw the star comment pinned, and then when I pinned the Cash App, I saw that, and I saw the star comment in the comments. Everything was going well. Now I don't see the star comment. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, so I pinned this. Oh, there's the star comment. I see it now. Oh, of course it's not pinned because I pinned the Cash App. But I don't see the Cash App pinned. I mean, when people come on, they can see it pinned. I just can't. I don't know why. But this early afternoon when I was doing the live, I saw everything. I saw the star comment pinned, and then when I pinned the Cash App, I saw that. I saw the star comment in the comments, and I saw everything. So, but anyways. So let's see. All right. Oops. I accidentally clicked end stream for YouTube. But it gives you the option to continue to end it, or it says not yet. So thankful for that. Okay. Cash App is on YouTube as well. Okay. So the water is on, so I can cook the pasta. I already put the salt and the oil in the water, so for the pasta. The crock pot will probably go to warm in 6:20 something. It was almost 2:30, but it was 2:20 something. But as soon as it goes to warm, I'll bring it right back to high and put it right back on 2 hours. Because it goes to 10 hours. Because it automatically goes to 10 hours when it goes on warm. Because it can stay on warm for 10 hours. Now, I don't know if the food would become too dry by staying on warm for 10 hours. I don't think anybody's ever left it on for 10 hours. But, like, if you're cooking a crock pot and the crock pot is 6 hours, but you have to work 8 hours, it'll stay on warm for 2 hours until you get home. Or 3 hours if you include travel coming home or whatever. But, yeah. See my shirt? It says Foxy Lady. If it's a little better, it's not as tight as it used to be since I lost weight some. But for some reason, they say sometimes when you lose weight, sometimes you can get to a certain point and you'll stall, which means you'll stop losing weight like you were. Like I was on a roll, but I got down to 180, and I can't get myself into the 170s. It just won't go. Like the other day, it said 179 point something, but other days it just goes back in the 80s. Like, was it yesterday or someday I saw 185. I was like, that better not be right. That better be just from eating or something, because if I gain the weight back, I'm going to be very upset with myself. Not that I tried to lose it, but now that I did, I don't want to gain it back. So, yeah. And I don't eat a whole lot, I'm telling you. When I make food, I don't eat huge portions. I don't sit there, and yes, I'm not going to say that I don't eat sugary foods or snacks, but I don't eat a lot of them because I'm not in the mood for them. I don't sit there and eat chips constantly. You can ask my husband. We have 2 bags. I have a bag of Doritos, and there was a bag of sour cream and cheese, Ruffles or something. Yeah, and they're almost gone, but they've been around for weeks, more than 2 weeks. I didn't just buy them last shopping time or the time before that. It could be a month. The Doritos I bought for my Dorito casserole, but I still haven't finished the bag. And we have some tortilla chips and some salsa. We finished up the first bag we had because there was not much in there, but the second bag is brand new and we haven't even opened it. So, like we used to. So, I'm just stuck on eating popsicles. I love popsicles. It's almost like I gotta have popsicles in the house at all times. And I found this new flavor. They're from, I forgot the brand, but they're only like, the popsicles are only like $3. They're called Budget. Oh yeah. You can get double, twin pops, or these single pops. They're like, pineapple and mango flavor. I don't know. They had like 2 different flavors. Some of them are single flavors, but the ones I got, I had 2 different flavors, and they are so good. It may not sound like it's really good, but it is. Oh, it just tastes so good, and I just love them. It's like I always want one in my mouth, So, all right. Now it's boiling. There's a little bit left in here, like a little less than half a box, so I'm going to put that in there with this whole thing. I usually buy the Walmart brand if I go to Walmart because it's cheaper and they're just as good. And they're like $1 or 98 cents. This is like 2 something, I think. But I bought this one because it's a 1-pound box. The one in the Walmart brand is not. It's only 12 ounces. Some of the Walmart brand pastas are 16 ounces, but some of them are 12 ounces. And I'd rather have the 16-ounce one. Because most of the things I do, I use a whole. And this takes 11 minutes or a minute extra if you want tender pasta. The Walmart brand says 12 to 14. So I'm just going to do 13. And when it gets, I guess when it gets down to 12, because it says 11 and 1 more for tender, but it's going to go in the crock pot. And while the crock pot cooks another 10 minutes for the cheese to melt, the pasta's going to be in there. So I'll just wait till it's at 11 minutes. And then I'll put the other box in. Actually, I could have just left this at 12 minutes too. Okay, I just put it at 12 minutes instead of 13. And it hasn't gone down to 12 when I had it at 13, so. Ooh. That steam was like burning my hand for a minute there when I was stirring. Okay. So, anybody on here? Let's see. But if you do come on and you haven't seen my part 1, please go watch that. So if you come on here while I am live or you're watching the replay of this one, go watch the other one too, and please share part 1, then part 2. Like if you come on here while I'm live and you want to share part 2, but you haven't seen part 1, wait till I'm done and then go back and find part 1 and share that first. So they'll be shared in order, if you know what I mean. Okay? I just keep checking YouTube. Actually, almost every single time I go on YouTube, nobody comes on live. Nobody. Never. Maybe once maybe somebody might come on once in a month. But I still keep checking because one time somebody did come on. Not somebody I knew real well. I don't even know if I knew them. But they had made a couple of comments and I hadn't seen them, so I think they had left because I didn't check the YouTube comments as often as I checked the Facebook one. So, and then every once in a blue moon, not a lot, I have a friend named Shannon who sometimes, not always, she usually comes on Facebook, but every once in a blue moon she'll pop herself into YouTube. So I want to just check to make sure that she didn't come in there. Oh man, I forgot to put it in at 11 minutes. Now it's 10 minutes. So once this beeps, I got to do an extra minute. So this one will be in for 11 minutes. That means the first box, when I had a little bit, that will be in there for 13 minutes, like I had it set to begin with. But that's okay because it says 12 to 14. Okay. But even though I don't get nobody on YouTube, and not that often on Facebook, but sometimes, I'm going to keep checking YouTube because if I go live on YouTube, which I do all the time when I come live for cooking, like I'm on live now on YouTube, if I just say, hey, nobody ever comes on there, I'm just going to go live on there, but I'm not going to check the comments. Then somebody one day might come on there and then they'll notice that I'm not paying attention to the comments and I'm not responding. So they may not like it and then they end up won't following me, or they'll unfollow me if they are following me because I didn't respond or I didn't acknowledge they were on there. Then they might tell other people and then it'll make it worse. So that's why. I know I'm sounding kind of ridiculous saying that, but yeah. And I know there's still that big glare behind me when you're watching it through YouTube. And then came Solo Sokola, the silent enforcer, the final piece of the original Bloodline puzzle. Everyone thought that was it. That the Empire was complete. That Roman Reigns had assembled his final army. But WWE fans made out. And oh yeah, I'm going to mention, even though I usually don't mention it, almost never. But if you guys would like to subscribe to me on Facebook, please do. And YouTube if you're not subscribed, but Facebook too. It's only $1.99 a month. And once I get 5 people, I've been waiting to get 5 people. The most I've had is 2. But both those people stopped subscribing. One person was, I forgot who it was. It was somebody. And my other was my friend Shannon. And I understand, Shannon. You're paying for we're doing nothing. So I understand. But and money's very, very, very tight for you. So I understand, but I'm waiting to get at least 5 subscribers, and then I'm gonna start doing lives in the subscriber group. That's what I was waiting for. So if it seemed like I was doing nothing, it's because I was waiting for at least 5 people so I could have something. Are you on here? All right. It says 1 person is watching. Could you come down if you don't mind and at least say hi so I can see who it is? And show my appreciation for you coming on. Please. Because it says 1. Unless it does what, like when I have 1 or 2 people on, like sometimes my friend Shannon, she's on and we're conversating and commenting back. I'm talking with her while she's commenting, but it says nobody's watching, but she's on here. So maybe it could show that there's 1 person on here when there is nobody on here. It could do the opposite as well. Who knows? Facebook kind of is weird like that. They do weird things. Like when I can't see my start comment pinned and I can't see the comments come up sometimes, and that's one weird. And when they tell me nobody's watching but there's a couple of people on, or they tell me somebody's watching but nobody really is, you know, those kind of things. It's like, what's the problem? Facebook doesn't know how to get it right? Just Facebook is being all crazy. So that's why I asked if you come on here, at least say hi. If you don't really want to conversate, just come down, say hi. Let me know you're here so I can, show my appreciation, and then just let me know. I really don't like commenting, but I just wanted to say hi and let you know I'm here. I'll be watching, but I won't be doing any comments. That's all you got to tell me, and I'll be okay with it. Okay? And, if you can't stay on because you're busy, but you just wanted to come through and say hi and see how I'm doing, or what the live was about, or what recipe I'm cooking, and then you got to go, just say, I just came on here to say hi, see how you're doing. Just wanted to see what you were cooking tonight, but I really got to go because I've got, I'm headed to I'm at work, or I'm busy right now, so I can't stay on. I just wanted to come on real quick for a minute and just say hi and see how you're doing. Something like that. That's all you have to say, instead of coming on and just jumping off 30 seconds later. Unless you accidentally clicked on my live, because I've done that too. I've clicked on someone's live by accident and then jumped right off. And they think that maybe, she was only on here for 10 seconds and jumped right off. I don't know this person, and I just accidentally hit their live or something. It happens. But if you're coming on to say hi, see how I'm doing, and then you got to go, just tell me that. No biggie. Look, I got other dishes in here, but look, we went to the graduation yesterday for my son's friend, who's like family, but I got a reusable popcorn tin with popcorn in it. See, it's got all the different sports, and see? And then it's got San Antonio Alamodome. That's what the place called, the Alamodome, where they show concerts and different stuff. See? They had it. San Antonio Alamodome. See? San Antonio Alamodome. It's kind of weird how YouTube, well, not necessarily YouTube, but the computer, they can see all the words the correct way. But when I show it to you guys, the words are backwards. I don't know why. So if I make a bag of popcorn, I can dump it in there instead of holding the bag if I want to. And it's easier to stand it up on my little folding table that we have by the couch. Because popcorn, you really can't put it down unless you're leaning it against something, because it will fall and the popcorn will fall out. Though the popcorn yesterday was okay, it could have used some butter and salt. I don't think it had any butter or salt. And then I bought some nachos. They were not good. The chips were not salted at all. I don't like over salty chips, but they weren't salted at all. They were just plain, and I was carrying the popcorn and the nachos and one bottle of a drink. And by the time I got back to the seat, I noticed, because I had a dress on, because sometimes I'll wear dresses just running errands, because I like to wear summer dresses, not fancy dresses, but I had cheese up here, I had cheese on my stomach area, I had cheese at the bottom of my dress, and I'm lucky I grabbed some napkins. I had to wipe it off, but it was all stained. So I had to come home, change my clothes, and I have one of those bottle things with the brush on it that you squeeze on your clothes when you get a stain, and you can put it on there days before you do laundry. Yeah. Babe. Oh, we need to check the laundry. Shoot. Talking about laundry, we got laundry in the washing machine, and there's clothes in the dryer too. We would have done laundry earlier this morning, but had to wait. My husband had to go out and get laundry stuff. We were completely out. Yep. So it's 6:31. Yep, it's already gone on warm. So, it's already on warm. What I'm going to do, take the lid off. Last time I took the chicken out and put it in a bowl, and shredded it with the hand mixer. But I don't feel like getting the hand mixer out and getting it. So I'm going to take these 2 big forks. These forks, they're very good for, like, if you have a pot roast in the crock pot and you want to put it on a platter, shove these 2 forks on each side and lift it up. But if it's super tender, it might break apart. But so let's go. See? I don't even need to pull it out. Sometimes you'll still have big chunks of chicken because I didn't get it all. But I know that's the pasta. I'm just gonna let it go for 1 more minute since I put the second box of pasta. I was supposed to put it in at 11 minutes and it was 10 minutes, so I'm going to give it another minute while I finish up. Shredding this chicken, yeah. All right, if you're on live now, if you came in because was on here a minute ago, but if you're on here, please don't go anywhere. I will say hi to you in just a second. Let me finish shredding this chicken, then I'll take a look and see who's on here, if there's anybody on here. I know I got a few people, like my best friend Shannon K, because I got another friend named Shannon Y, but Shannon K, she will come on and she will stay on, even if it took me 5 minutes to say hi to her, she would still stay on because she knows I'm going to say hi to her as soon as I turn around and look at the thing, because I'm doing whatever for my cooking. So she knows. And I keep saying it a lot to people. If you come on here, please don't leave, even if it takes me a few minutes to say hi, because I'm up here doing whatever, and sometimes I get so busy I forget to look at my thing, but then I remember and I'm like, oh, let me look, see if anybody's on here, and then I notice someone came on here, but then they're not on here no more. Probably because they get tired of waiting. I mean, if I'm not looking and you really have to go, you just want to stop in real quick, just say, I want to stop in and say hi real quick, see how you were doing, but I got to go, and, I may be gone by the time you see this, but I just wanted to let you know I was saying hi, and then I will respond, so in case you watch the replay, or I will actually type in a reply with, hi, how you doing? I'm doing good, or whatever. Okay? If I miss you, yeah. If I miss you being on here, okay? All righty. But if you want this super shredded, I mean with no chunks, no big chunks of chicken or nothing, you can take the chicken out and shred it on a plate, or use the hand mixer like I said before. Okay. All right. So let's turn this off. I'm going to get the strainer. And since I'm about to put the pasta back into the crock pot, I am going to turn it back on high down to 2 hours. Though I'm not going to keep it on there for 2 hours. It's just, that's the lowest it'll go. I'm going to have it on there for about maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. Okay? That's so the cheese can melt that I'm going to put in there. Okay? Okay. So let's drain the pasta. All right, it looked like my brother was trying to call me. Let me see. But it didn't even ring enough for me to answer. But I'm going to text him and let him know I'm on live if he wants to join. Hey, did you just try to call me? Question mark. I'm on live if you want to come join. All right, I just talked to my text, so hopefully he'll come join. Okay. All right, all right, we're going to do this fast. I don't know why. I wanted to go right into the crock pot, but I forgot I had the lid on there. So I laid it on the burner. Now it just dripped a little bit. So let me stir the pasta in. Okay. Let's get the pasta mixed in this sauce and chicken. Now it says 2 cups of mozzarella, but I don't measure. I'll just put 2 handfuls. If I do 2 huge handfuls, it's 1 huge handful is 1 cup. Because I've done a huge handful and put it in a measuring cup, and it is 1 cup. Okay? All right, so, and then we'll do some, let's see, some Parmesan. I do have a brand new bag of shredded Parmesan, but the recipe showed grated Parmesan, and I was going to sprinkle that in there instead, but I have changed my mind last minute. I want to go with the shredded Parmesan because I think it's better. But you don't put as much Parmesan on as mozzarella. Mozzarella is 2 cups. The Parmesan, I think, said 1 cup or half a cup or something. But it don't matter, whatever you want. Okay, it's up to you. Depending on your likeness for cheese and... Oh, I didn't do a huge handful. Let's get this done. Okay. And then save some of the mozzarella to put on top. Because once I put the mozzarella and the Parmesan, I'm going to mix it in, and then I'm going to put some more mozzarella on top. And then cover it up and let it go for about 10 minutes so the cheese will melt. Okay? Okay, that's it. All right, that's it. So let me check on here. Nope, my brother hasn't come on yet. I asked him if he wanted to, and he read my text message, but he hasn't come on yet. So sometimes his wife does, and he does. They both do, or only one of them. But they like to say stuff and make funny jokes on there. They're always ha-ha. So they'll say stuff, and sometimes you might, like, one time when one of my friends, I forgot her name, Doreen, when I think it was her, when they first met my brother, on my live, not in person, she was trying to defend me, and I told her that was my brother, and he likes to make stupid jokes like that, and sometimes I think they're funny, sometimes they're not, but he likes to make jokes. He's not actually being mean to me. So she was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I said, that's okay. I said, well, thank you for trying to defend me. I appreciate it. That just showed, So it was just an example like that. Okay. So now I'm going to get some mozzarella. I may put a little bit more Parmesan, but it just said to top it with mozzarella. But I may do a thin layer and then add a little bit of Parmesan. on top. So you can have some cheese on top. And if you know somebody who doesn't like cheese, that's going to eat, or is lactose tolerant, because I have my son's friend, when he used to live with us, he's lactose tolerant, and I put cheese in a lot of stuff, but it's hard for him to eat. But like you can leave all the cheese out. You don't even have to put the cheese in there. Just mix the pasta with the sauce and chicken, and don't even put it back in for another 10 minutes. Don't even. Just leave it as is, and then top each person's bowl with cheese. Yeah, just top each person's bowl with cheese. That way you still get the cheese, but the person that's lactose intolerant doesn't have to, unless they say it's okay. But, But anyways, my brother, he didn't even ring long enough for me to try to answer. It rang once or twice, like his name popped up, and before I was able to click on it, he hung up. So, yeah. Alrighty. So I'm just closing up this cheese. How long I've been on here? 31 minutes. Alright, who's on here? Did somebody come on here and leave? Did you come on YouTube? Oh, okay. Because I don't see anybody on YouTube right now, but it says one person is on. It does. One person is on, and I got 1 like. But I don't see anybody on here, and nobody's made any comments or even said hi. So I don't know who that was. If it was you that was on YouTube, please come back and say hi. And if you're still on here, please say hi so I know who it is. Okay, so put the lid on. Set the timer for 10 minutes and check it at 10 minutes. If it needs a little more, then I'll add a little more time, but we'll see. The only thing I hate about Parmesan cheese is that the shredded Parmesan cheese only comes in 6-ounce bags. I don't know why. Mozzarella, cheddar, Colby Jack, all the different cheeses come in different size bags. Small, medium, large bags. But Parmesan cheese only comes in 6-ounce bags, or a block if you buy it. Or you can get it's like a little bowl that has Parmesan cheese in it. It's like a 5-ounce bowl. And then you got this bowl or this bag that comes with Parmesan cheese that's like, I don't know how to say it. It's like if you took something and you shredded it into not like shredded cheese, but into like pieces that are real thin. So, okay. Just put some water in here. I don't need to put much water in this pan. I just put a little bit on the cup to cover the bottom, because every once in a while a couple little tiny pieces get stuck up the pasta, and I try to get it out. Shoot, I'm thirsty. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get my water bottle. This is my water bottle. Okay. Brown. See, I got some string cheese I want to give to my dog. Come on. See, look, I got it. Come on. Come on. Give me Paul. Give me Paul. She gave me Paul.
Cocaine, cannabis, and fentanyl. The Sinaloa cartel can pocket anywhere from $3 to $12 billion each year. In an effort to
Oh, I forgot to pick up my puppy's food because sometimes Brownie will steal her food and she'll steal his food. It's like, hey, here you go, Brown.
Import the products needed to manufacture synthetic drugs.
Okay, there you go. Good girl. Well, what's that? Right here. Yeah, and I just finished mopping the floor today. I got everything. I got the bedroom, the bathroom, the hallway, the kitchen, the living room, and that other room that's supposed to be the whatever it is. They call ours a one bedroom, so they don't call that a bedroom. But she said you can call it and use it as whatever you want. But it doesn't have a door on the bedroom. The apartment that we were shown when we applied, somebody was already moving into that one. But that one was a one bedroom and it had a second room like this, but it had a door. Not a regular door. It had, like, I can't remember. It either had two, like, doors that you open like this and close, or it had one that you can slide close. It was one or the other. So I thought ours was too. When we came here and it had no door, I was like, because the one we moved into, we didn't actually see it till the day we moved in. But we saw one that was like this one, except where it didn't have the door, except where that one had a door on it, or it didn't. But everything else was the same. And the extra room was the first one when you come in the house. And the actual bedroom was further in. This is the opposite. So, yeah. So we got 5 minutes to go before I check it. Okay?
Exclusive access into this violent world where money is power, corruption is rampant, and murder is daily.
I'm either going to drink water tonight or water. That's all we got. We have like this much tea left. I'm going to have my husband pour it in his cup because he already poured tea in there. And we do have Kool-Aid and lemonade. I just have to make it. But even if I make it right now, it's not going to get cold. I can put ice in it, but... But it's okay because I should be drinking more water anyways. I mean, if I made Kool-Aid and lemonade now, then it would be cold later if we want some. But and my daughter left something in the freezer because I think it's hers. It's called Juicy Mango Beatbox. 11.1% alcohol. It's called Beatbox. I don't know. I've never seen that. So let me. Just wanted to put a little ice in here. This stays cold for a while. Like, if I didn't drink it at all tomorrow morning, it'd still be cold. So, all right, 3 minutes left. And let's see if anybody has come on here. Okay, so if you've seen the replay earlier, you heard me what I said about my other post I made about if you'd like to help or send money on Cash App for food. so I can do some cooking these next 2 weeks, because I won't be, because I just probably have to figure out a way to come up with just a little bit of money just to get some regular food. Like, let's say I can't shop for to do my cooking live. Okay, we still got to eat, right? So if you look in my freezer, there's still a bag, probably half a bag. I'm not sure, but probably half a bag of fish sticks, right? Then we have some chicken bites that we get at Sam's. Chicken bites. Okay, not chicken nuggets, they're bites. They're really good. They're Sam's brand. It's probably half a bag or less in there. That won't last us 2 weeks. I've got 2 egg rolls left. I get a big box of egg rolls that have 8 egg rolls in there. Or 16, something from Sam's. I just eat it because my husband doesn't really like it, but he ate egg roll once and he said it wasn't as bad as he thought. But and let's see what else I get. I get some they're mini tacos. They're chicken and cheese. It comes in a 2-pack and it has 25 or 30 in each pack, and I make them all and we share them together. We put them on one plate and I get some sour cream and salsa and we dip and eat it together. Oh, I think I have a bag of honey barbecue wings with a few wings left in there. Probably enough for one more person to have like 5 or 6 wings. That's it. And that's it. But all that stuff won't last 2 weeks. But I do have some chicken left. I got like 6 chicken legs, I think, wrapped. I've got 1 set of 3 pork chops. I might have some chicken, 1 pack of chicken thighs, and 1 more pack of 2 breasts or something. And I've only got 2 1-pound rolls of ground beef, but that's for the hamburger helper we're gonna have. So I was gonna buy more ground beef this week, but alright. So, but this will probably have enough that tomorrow we can have leftovers. And me, I don't eat. All the cheese is melted, yes. But I'm gonna let it go about a couple more minutes so it'll get a little more. But sometimes afternoon will come or even early evening and I'll be like, I'll have to actually sit there and remember if I ate that day. And sometimes I end up remembering that I did not. And I don't even feel hungry. That's why I can't even remember if I ate. Or like when I think about it, I was like, did I eat today? I don't remember. And throughout the day, I don't even remember to eat because my body doesn't get hungry like that. My husband does, but I don't. So, and if I have to, I think we got some ramen noodles. I know it's not the best, but we do have some left. Chicken and shrimp. And I gotta find some other cheap stuff we can eat if I can't cook. But even if I do cook, I only cook twice. Like I only cook Monday and Thursday and then the following Monday. Because next week is the in-between week from payday, right? So I'll cook Monday and Thursday. And then the following week, which is payday again, I'll only cook Monday because Monday, I'm supposed to cook Monday and Thursday. Because Thursday, even though my husband gets paid Wednesday night, the official payday is Fridays, but his money comes in Wednesday night. But Thursday, I still consider from the past 2 weeks, I already have, So, yeah, it would be 4 meals. I wouldn't, unless somehow I got enough money to go shopping next payday, and I ended up going shopping early in the day on Thursday and bought something to cook on Thursday, so then that would make it 5 days on that shopping trip. But like I was reading a post that was on the app Lemonade, and a lot of people were saying, like when they do their big shopping trip for the next 2 weeks or the next month, whatever, whatever you shop for. People are so tired after they have to do all that shopping, come home, put all the food away. And some people said even that earlier that day or something, they cleaned their refrigerator because, when you go shopping, you're low on food. So that's a good time to clean your refrigerator and freezer. So they're really tired. So instead of cooking that night, they just go get something to eat. So, but me, I will go shopping and then come home and have to quickly put the food away and then cook a live for you guys. I will do that because I end up going shopping on the day my live is scheduled anyways. But if I know I'm going to go shopping on that day, I try to make whatever I'm cooking live be a simple meal, Because one time when I had moved to West Virginia like 2 years ago, and it didn't work out, so we ended up coming back, as I told y'all before. But while I was there, it was hard buying food. That's when I started losing weight at first. I lost about 10 pounds because we didn't have a lot to eat. And here and there, if I had some money, I would buy something and do a live for you guys. But it was on occasion because I couldn't do much. But I could do my regular lives, but But anyways, that wasn't what. Point was, I did a live cooking. It was some kind of chicken with pasta and broccoli, and this really good cream sauce that went with it, and everything mixed up in it. Okay. Well, I was cooking it in a certain pan. I think I had to switch pans because it didn't fit in one pan or something. And then I did it was a casserole, so I put it all in a casserole. That casserole was so big, that we never got to finish it all. I mean, that night my son ate some, I had some, but my son was living with his dad, so his dad didn't eat any. But I don't think he ever ate what I cooked. He did when we were back together, but not like when we went down to West Virginia. But anyway, it was so much. We did eat leftovers, but I had made so much. It was too much that we couldn't even save it. It got wasted. So, I was like, never again will I make that much. I don't know why I did that. I think I wasn't thinking, but yeah. Okay. So it's done. Let me take a picture of it. I will take another picture when it's in my bowl so y'all can see the inside, But let me.
Only on rare occasions did the cartels join forces.
Let me get a picture of this. Okay, guys, let's show it to you. That's what it looks like. That's the pasta all around the edge and the cheese on top. It's kind of weird because I'm used to seeing like yellow cheese on top, but this is, mozzarella and Parmesan, so white cheese. If you're on here, tell me how that looks. And if you're watching the replay, tell me how it looks. Either way. It's hard to see it through the computer for YouTube people. My YouTube, the screen is kind of blurry. I mean, I can see myself. I can see whatever when I'm looking at my computer screen, and I can see the stuff that's behind me. But you can see, how I don't know how to explain it. Like when the old TVs, they'd get the little fuzzy thing in the picture, but you can still see the picture and things in it, but the background's kind of like fuzzy. That's kind of how the computer is. But anyways, what do you think of that? Let me check. I'm just checking to see if anybody came on. Nope. But I will definitely take another picture once I get it into the bowl. Okay? So since that is done, I'm going to move it to warm. And when it automatically goes to warm after it's cooking, it automatically goes to 10 hours. But when I move it to warm manually, it stays on whatever hours I had it on. So, but if I wanted it to stay on warm for 4 hours, I would move it to 4 hours because it's on 2 hours now. But I just got to remember, because last time I forgot to turn it off. So as soon as I serve us and we're ready to eat, I turn it off so it can start cooling down. Because in case we want leftovers, seconds, which I usually don't. My husband sometimes does. It's still hot because this food stays hot for a while. That's why I try to turn it off right away because it takes a while to cool down. Yes, it does. Now, I've made another meal using Alfredo and marinara, but I think I can't remember. It was either the marinara or the Alfredo that I put in there, and the other one gets put in later at the end. Then I put that in. Like I would put the marinara in and put the Alfredo in at the end, or the opposite. I can't remember. Forgot what that meal was called. It's called, I have it on here. I made it before, so I have a list of recipes that I want to make again. And it's called, and I put where I found it so I could find it again. Yep. 1 second. I got to make the pasta dinner with kielbasa sausage again. I do. Let me see. This is called saucy chicken and tortellini. I found that recipe because it was in a magazine I had called Taste of Home. It was on page 78. But I lost that magazine, or it got left in the storage or something when we came back from West Virginia. But I did find that recipe again, and I shared it on Facebook Cooks. So the group that I have on Facebook, it's called Facebook Cooks. Spell out Facebook and put Cooks with an S, and it's on there. And I found it, and then I shared it on there so I wouldn't lose it again. It's with marinara and Alfredo, and you cook it with tortellini pasta. So, yeah. All right, so I got the bowls out, so let me. So there's cheese all the way throughout this, okay? Now, the meal that I made on Monday, it was crockpot as well. It was chicken as well. Usually I do chicken then beef, or beef then chicken. But I accidentally wrote down 2 chicken recipes side by side. So, yeah, my bad. But it's okay. It's okay to have 2 beef or 2 chicken recipes back to back. It don't matter. But anyways, I have made that recipe before, but the thing I did different this time was I added some mixed vegetables at the end, right? And it was chicken and pasta, but it was penne pasta or penne, however you say it. Okay? Well, anyways, I just put chicken on top. Cheese on top. And let it melt, just like this. And also, I let it, I had to let it cook so the vegetables were cooked because I let them sit out for a little while, but the vegetables were frozen, so, But anyways, at the end, I ended up taking the whole thing and just stirring it. So the cheese would be all the way throughout. But I didn't put any more on top. But not like this one. You sprinkle I let the cheese melt on top and then I stirred it all in. But on here, they had you put the cheese on top and then mix it all in and then put a little more extra cheese on top. So now we got cheese that's melted all on top and and other cheese that we mixed in, and it got melted as it was going for the next 10 minutes. So, yeah, it usually only takes about 10 minutes for the cheese to melt on top. But if you're going to put like something at the end, like if you put vegetables in there and they're frozen or they're not warmed at all, it might take a little longer than 10 minutes. After 10 minutes on Monday when I did the other recipe with the cheese, part of the cheese was still not melted. And that's because when I came home, the crock pot, since it was my husband's work day, I think it was, yeah. The crock pot had gone to warm and it had been on warm for a little while. I mean, not like an hour or nothing, but enough time where it cooled it down a little bit. So it took some time. I had it on high. It took some time to warm it back up to high. That's why it took about 20 minutes for the cheese to melt and the vegetables to cook. So, yeah. So, like, if you have it cooking and then it goes to warm and you're not home yet, and it's on, let's say it's on warm for 2 hours, and you get home and you still got to add the pasta and you got to add some frozen vegetables, you might have to cook it for another 20 or 30 minutes because it's the crock pot's got to warm back up to the high or to the low, whatever you put it on, because it's been on warm. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay? Alrighty. So, where's the lid? Let me put the lid back on. Okay. So now I'm going to taste this for you. All right? See? All right, let me taste it. That is so good. Like, amazing. Woo! That's amazing, amazing, amazing. Sometimes I do that and sometimes it hurts. Like, I've been standing here so my back is starting to hurt. My knees are hurting, but not too bad, but enough where I can feel it. But anyway, you know, if you don't have a recipe, like if you want to do this, you can always save this video somehow or write down the recipe and the title, because like I had told y'all a while back, they are starting to delete the live. I think it's all live videos, even the cooking ones and the regular ones, after 30 days. So they used to not. It used to be you had a choice of 30 days, 60 days, or forever keep it. But now that Facebook is just deleting them all after 30 days. I don't know why. It's stupid. Like a week or a few days before the 30-day mark, they'll let you know. So if you want to download it, I click download and it brings the video up, and I think it downloads it. I'm not sure. And if it does, I don't know where it's going. So I got to look to see. And if I'm clicking download, I just click download and the video comes up and it goes to another page, and I'm hoping it's downloading it, because after I click download, the download button goes away. So I don't know. But I think that's kind of stupid that they only give your video 30 days. Maybe I should start. I don't know. But my videos, since I go live on YouTube, all my videos are still on YouTube. So if there's any particular video or recipe that you remember me making and you want to see how to make it, and you want to go see my video to how to make it, just go over to Facebook. If you're already following me there, cool. But if you're already subscribed to my Facebook, to my YouTube, that's cool. If not, go ahead and subscribe. I always put the YouTube link when I make a post that says I'm going live at so-and-so time, please come join me. I'll be making so-and-so, whatever the title of the recipe is. I'll be going live on here and YouTube or Elizabeth Gibbs page. If I post it on my other page, Elizabeth Gibbs page and YouTube or whatever. I always post the YouTube link in the comments, okay? And I used to post the YouTube link in the comments when I would post the pictures of my meal. But I haven't been making a separate post of pictures of my meal. I've been just putting the pictures in these comments so I don't have to make a whole new post. Okay? So let me get a picture of the second bowl. Okay? Okay, so I showed you the bowl, but if you didn't see it too well, here it is. Okay? Now remember, if you're going to feed a lot of people and you want to put, like let's say you want to put 2 or 3 pounds of pasta, then you might have to put like a jar and a half of Alfredo or a jar and a half of Marinara or a jar and a half of each one because you want to put the same amount. If you're going to put a jar and a half of one, you put a jar and a half of the other or 2 whole jars, okay? Because too much pasta will dry it out, okay? Because there won't be enough sauce, so it'll dry it out, okay? Just a little advice or what do you call it, hint or whatever you call it. Yeah. Okay? So that was really, really good. So I'm going to take this out there. I'm going to go sit down. Babe. Oh, it's Thursday. Never mind. Here I go again, forgetting it's Thursday. Thinking like, he didn't put my show on. I'm taking another bite. Okay, so I'm going to end this live like I end all lives. I appreciate everybody who came on or anybody who came on. And I appreciate anybody who will watch the replay later on. And I want you guys to stay positive. Do your thing. Don't worry about what anybody else says. It's only you that matters. Okay? And I want you guys to know I love you guys very much. It says 2 people are watching, but nobody has said hi. Now it says 3 people are watching, but nobody has said hi. It says 3 people are on here, but not one person has said hi. Now it says I have 2 watchers on YouTube and 2 likes, but nobody has said hi either. So, I don't know. I thank you guys for coming on, even if you didn't say hi. And even if I don't know who you are, I don't know who's on my Facebook, you 3 people, or who's on my YouTube, 2 of you. But I thank you for coming on and pressing the like button. It was you. You're number 2. But yeah, I thank you for coming on. Even if you didn't say hi, and I don't know who you are, but I thank you for putting the thumbs up like on YouTube. And just, if you're not going to say hi, which I wish you would, but if you're not, at least press the heart button and give me a lot of hearts. When you like it and when you're going live and I see all the likes and the hearts and the whatever coming up, give me some hearts. Let the hearts flow. Okay, even if I don't know who you are, let the hearts flow. Okay, help me out here. And commenting helps as well. And share. Share this live so people who might not otherwise see me can see this and, see who I am and maybe follow me if they're not and get to know who I am. So please share. And if you haven't seen part 1, please watch that and share that as well. Share that first and then share this one. Or whatever you want to do, but just share them both. All right? I greatly appreciate it. And if you would like to look on my timeline and look at my post that I made yesterday about my Cash App and not being able to cook for the next 2 weeks on live and something like that, go read that post. I pinned it on both my pages, on this page and my Elizabeth's Life page. Okay? All right? So, y'all have a good evening and a great tomorrow. It'll be Friday tomorrow. We're about to hit the weekend. The weekend. The weekend. Woo! What are y'all plans for the weekend? Comment below if you watch the replay. What is your plans for the weekend? Okay? Or do you have to work on the weekend? My plans, same as everything during the week. I don't do much. If I'm going to do stuff, I do more stuff on Wednesday and Thursdays when my husband's off. And in the middle of next month, he will be having Sundays and Mondays off. So if I'm going to do stuff, I'm going to do more stuff on Sundays and Mondays. Probably Mondays, because Sundays, not a lot of stuff is like open and stuff. But Mondays. So yeah. But sometime next month, I'm planning on going to the river. That's about a 30, 40-minute drive away from here. It's in New Braunfels, Texas. So we'll be going there and bringing the dogs along too. And, my son and his friend, if they're not working, they're going to come along too. So I just want to say have a good evening, and I love you guys. Bye, YouTube. Have a good evening.